Go live. Alright, well, how I turn that strong off? Hold on. Alright. Hey. We back. We back in here. Another day, another dollar. Don't ask me, go ask your father. I'm in the lab, I can't be bothered. I'm making art from out my trauma. Oh, shit. Need to get some snaps in here. It's a shame ain't nobody in here. I just said that. I ain't even planning to say that. Alright. What are we working on? Uh, we was working on this page last stream. And then, what's going on here? Yo, what you doing? What is this? What are you talking about? Hey, yo, stop playing with me. The fuck? Huh? What? What? Oh, man. All my shortcuts are jacked up because I got... Golly. I gotta reconfigure all my buttons because I was on Krita. Okay, we got E. This is supposed to be H. But the H ain't doing what it's supposed to be doing. Yo, what? Oh, you know what it is? My keyboard ain't even on like it's supposed to be. Got my batteries popping out the back and shit. Alright, we should be straight. Alright. Let's see. Are we good? Yes, sir. Alright, we straight. Uh, ooh. That's a good one. Alright, what's next? I think I need to pencil in some of these backgrounds. And then we could get to inking them. Gonna bring this rough down a bit. Bring the opacity down. And yeah. I got some rants for y'all. I think I'm gonna just keep ranting on everywhere. I was ranting on Instagram. It's not a rant though, it's a monologue. I might talk about content creators today and their degenerate looking asses. Cause I'm kind of religious. Not that religious. I just believe in God. I'm not religious, but I believe in the big creator, Big C, no crippin'. It's borderline blasphemous to call yourself a creator, to me. Especially when you ain't creating nothing. You ain't create the dance you doing. You ain't create the trend you hopping on. Y'all barely know how to work cameras. You make the song you dancing to. And the worst part about content creators is everybody's son and everybody's daughter want to be a content creator now. And them two words together don't even mean nothing. That means, I want to be a slave to the views when I grow up. I want to do whatever it takes for people to watch me on the internet. That's a crazy dream to be having. But hey, who am I? I'm on here live streaming. I'm just another talking head. I ain't nobody. I don't consider myself a content creator. I mean, I guess that is, you could call me that. That's what I do to some extent. I just don't like that phrase. Don't like that wording. All right, where's my pencil? Wait, is the mic on right? Let me do a mic check. Mic check. Oh yeah, we good. We good. We all right. Let me get a little music going, and then we'll get into it. It's a little slow start today. Mm-hmm. That's not playing. All right. Y'all hear the music? I think we good. I think we good. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go. I'm already about it. You already know. Man, I can't wait till I get a bigger tablet. It's gonna be up. It's gonna be over with. I'm gonna create a new layer for some new pencils for this park that she's in. And I'm gonna start sketching it out. I think I'm gonna just use the Miller liner, Miller pen, whatever the heck you wanna call it. Maybe I'll use the drawing. So I put perspective grid on here. I really don't want to. I feel like I don't need it. What's up, Jeff Fro? Jeff Fro. Is that Jeff? Is that Jeff Fro that I know? I'm not rocking with the perspective grid right now. I'm gonna rock with this one. That. There we go. Yeah, like that. Like that. Oh, 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 oh. No, 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 no. Yeah, they need to make a better ellipse tool because the way the ellipse tool works now is so hard to line up. What I gotta do is just copy paste this drawing. But then it's annoying because it makes another damn layer. We could do it like that. I think that. Advanced tip: if you're trying to like get stuff transform or move a part of your drawing like to be just right, to be perfectly aligned, just hit it with the arrow keys instead of the mouse, because it'll move pixel by pixel. don't like that though. That's not the right spot. I think that's the right spot. That's good. And then we could pop this line off of there. Excuse me. Little middle of the day stream. We need another ellipse. So I'm gonna just paste it again. There we go. Control T. I kind of like that. Kind of like this design so far. It's like it's very I don't know how to explain it. But I like it. Maybe we make it even bigger. First, let me merge these layers down. Whoa. Okay. Then another paste. Paste one more time. Transform. I'm gonna hit it like that. Hit it like that. Then we gotta do the control, the free transform. Spread it out a bit. Yeah. Hey Devin, what's good? Yeah, I figured I'd try to do a like more of a middle of the day stream. I thought I was gonna be working this week, but work didn't come through yet. But a lot of my later streams, the people that aren't in the States, it gets way too late for them and they have to leave. Yo, I was just wondering, Devin, if you want to help me edit that video, the stream yesterday where I read your comics. I can't download it yet from my channel, but if you want to help me like cut it down so it's not a super long video, maybe we could just like cut out some of the boring parts. Or any parts you don't want people to see of your comic, or things you don't want people to hear me say about it. You could do the censoring if you want. I don't know about the Discord. Like, I don't know. I told you I don't really know about Discord, so I don't know if like some people are like, yo, it's crazy in here. I don't know what a crazy Discord, like, I don't know. I mean, I know it's for people to talk. I am probably gonna end up just making like most of the first wave of people moderators. Cause I don't know how to deal with that, and I might not. I'll probably never be that good at Discord. There's a lot going on in Discord. I was looking on the back end yesterday when I tried to make JT a mod, and there's so much stuff going on. So many permissions. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, the Discord might, I don't know. I'm 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 invested in it. I don't want it to crash and burn, but I just don't know how to keep it from crashing and burning. It's doing all right now. There's not been no problems, but it seems like I'm not doing the things that need to be done to keep problems from coming up. So we'll see. All we can do is see how it goes. Hey Jeffro, uh, the comic's going good. Um, this is the zombie comic. How did you find me? Did you see any of the manga and the hood videos? Did you see like the breakdown of the different stories I'm working on? I don't want to tell you the same stuff you already know. It's going good though. I've been able to make a lot of progress since I haven't had work. The plan is to drop around next week. Yeah, so in the manga in the hood video part two, I announced like all my stories, and I said when we get to 100, when we get to 1,000 subs. Yeah, that's part one. Part two kind of flopped, but that was the video where I announced all the comics I want to drop. I said in that video I'll drop when we get to 1,000 subs, but since the video is kind of flopping, it might take a little while to get to 1,000 subs. Um, which is fine. It just gives me more time to work on to perfect the comics, and there's some little tweaks I can make. I'm adding pages to a lot of them. What type of comics or entertainment do you like, Jeffro? Are you a comic guy, a manga guy, bande dessinée? You like animation? I think we're pretty good with this fountain. Actually, no, that's not right. It's not perspective. It's not perspective enough. Not very demure of me. Yeah, it's just a matter of time, Jeffro. Matter of time. Yeah, I'm trying to stream a lot right now so I can have the content to post when I go back into work. Cause usually how it goes on social media, I think that's better. It's like I'll post a bunch for like a week or two, and then I get distracted with life stuff. And I'm still drawing, I'm just not recording it and posting it. So if I can record enough in that time where I am drawing, then I can have stuff to post. Anything that, yeah, that's how I am. Anything I like all type of comics. I just like comics as a medium. I feel like comics are like the poor man's movie. All you need is a paper and pen to tell a story. You don't need like a budget. You do kind of need a budget because you need a time budget. It takes a lot of time. But I started with superhero comics. My dad had some long boxes, and then when I got in like middle school, I started reading manga. and and then in high school I started reading Mobius, Jean-Paul Girard, and some like a lot of indie American comics like Art Spiegelman, the guy who made Mouse, and why am I drawing a blank? The guy who did Fritz the Cat. What's his name? I want to say Charles Burns, but I don't think that's his name. Dang. That's crazy. When you look up Fritz the Cat movie, they don't even got the creator of Fritz the Cat listed. Robert Crumb is his name. Robert Crumb is like a real raunchy artist from New York. Alright, now we could do the rest of the park. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Alright, there we go. What's up, Fayon? How's it going? Yeah, the grind don't stop. That's how it goes. Shit ain't easy. It ain't quick work. You gotta put the time in. I ain't playing about this. That's the illusion comics gives because they're so fun and entertaining. People think it's a fun and something you do for fun. It's a great time. But this shit, it's fun when you get it done. It's fun then. Nobody talks about how comic artists don't have lives when they're working on a project. It's just part of it. I don't mind it. It's not a bad thing. It's not like I like going out and talking to people and stuff. I prefer to do this. But that's the reality I wish comic artists would talk about, is like, when you're a comic artist, you gotta be content with your desk. That's all you have to look forward to. No matter how well you do as a comic artist, it's just your desk waiting for you. Because you gotta put out the next story. You gotta put out the next. Unless you're one of those guys like Alex Ross or somebody who could put out like a generational comic that will just, that's so beautiful that everyone will just buy it forever and ever, and you can just sit back and relax. Yeah, it do get stressful. The part that stresses me out is like everything else besides the comic, like all the life stuff that I kind of put on the back burner so that I could work on the comic. I think we could freehand the rest of this. Yeah, I had a good day. My day's just starting. I was up all night. But it's the best way to start the day. So we gotta do these benches. I got my Clip Studio account back. I was locked out of it for like a day. It was stressing me the hell out. I couldn't access my comics. I couldn't work on them. I was I was losing my shit yesterday, punching walls and stuff. But I got it back today. I got it back. I actually got it back like at 4 a.m. yesterday. That's why I was up all night. I don't like that bench. Maybe they should be. I'm gonna make them the benches that don't have the back. These type of ones. I hope the perspective don't come out crazy. Sometimes I've been like trying to work with no perspective grid, and sometimes it works, but sometimes it just is wonky. Yeah, that's what I always tell myself when I'm discouraged. I'm like, what, you thought it was gonna be easy? Did you think it was gonna be easy? Because I already knew this. Every comic I've made has pushed me all the way to the edge. I'm not gonna lie. They've all pushed me to the edge of my sanity. And it's not really the comic, it's really just the fact that I have to do the comic and I either have like a full-time job or I'm in college or something, and then there's deadlines for the comic, but there's also life stuff. It's part of it. It kind of gives me a rush now when I feel myself like getting close to the edge. It's like a little challenge. You gotta look at it as a challenge. You're watching the clock tick away. All right, I think those are all right. We could make this a little. Um, it's not really the benches that are gonna sell this. It's the trees, the bushes. Um, can cut this in. Gonna be a little fence right here. One of those like 1 foot fences. Mm. Well, I was up playing video games, and then I found out I realized I had money to pay for my subscription when I thought I was broke. Um, but a lot of comics I've done were for contests. So like if there's a contest, you gotta get it done. And I'm just one of those people that always pushes shit to the last minute for some reason. I don't know why. That's like that's gonna be my fatal flaw is procrastinating. But a lot of times it's not procrastinating with the comic. It's just like perfectionism and like I'll have to if something's not all the way right to me, I'll redo it and redo it again. But deadlines is just part of the game, man. That's how entertainment works, you know. You're as an entertainer. If you're a comic artist, you're an entertainer, and you're competing with all the other forms of entertainment. And if you can't, produce a consistent amount of entertainment every month or every little while that people can come to expect, it's just gonna be slow. It's gonna be slow for you. I mean, that's why it's been slow for me. I haven't produced comics consistently until now. I'm trying to get onto that treadmill, putting out comics every month. But it has a really bad effect when you miss like coming out with chapters for a month, and then 1 month you don't come out with a chapter, or one chapter takes you 2 or 3 months to make. It's not that big of a deal, but if your comic's not that established, if it doesn't have a fan base already, you're gonna lose a lot of viewership. Especially like you kind of gotta get through those first like 10 chapters consistently. Like right now, my only deadline is like I gotta go back to work soon. I'm already past the deadline, but it is what it is. So we're gonna have some bushes up in here. Those too tall. Those bushes are too tall. Some of that down. Yeah, I barely ever finish a drawing in. Well, no, I do. That's fine. I'm lying. I don't finish like bigger pieces. Like a drawing is different than an illustration. I don't finish an illustration in one sitting, but drawing is like a drawing could be anything, any type of doodle. But that is a good practice, Jeffro. Shout out to you. That's a good way of doing it. I've been doing that with my 1 layer challenge. I do this 1 layer challenge live stream where I'm learning how to digital paint, and I try to finish. A lot of times I end up finishing like 2 paintings in one stream, but I at least have to do one. I have to finish one. But the last like 2 streams I did, I wasn't able to finish one because they were those type of paintings that just, or drawings where it isn't looking right, and you keep messing with it and it keeps making it look less right until you just got to start over. I think the bushes could be this size. But yeah, I got ADD. So a lot of times I'll start a drawing, then start another one, then start another one, and then like bounce between all 3 of them until they're done, or until like 2 of them are done and the other one never gets finished. Is this perspective? Is this very demure? I feel like maybe this bottom of the building is too low. Yeah. I always was trying to be a comic artist, but like the way the comic industry is, it kind of discouraged me for a long time, and I started pursuing like other stuff artistically. But then I realized like pretty much every arts industry is collapsed, like or it's rigged as hell. The fine arts industry is whack. I was like, if all the industries are jacked up, I might as well just do what I want to do. I'm starting to feel like this ain't the mirror. I don't even know what that word means. I should stop using it. All right, that's the mirror. Let it stop. It's been going good on YouTube. It's been going good since I started focusing on the comics. I've gotten way more support since I started just doing the comics and not all the other types of art. Because the comics is what I really care about. I think it kind of shows in my work that this is what I'm built for. That's not Demir. See, now I'm starting to wish I used a perspective grid. We gonna make it work though. So this one gotta be a little like that, a little around the curve, like boopty burb, swoopty swerve. I threw an alley oop to Bird. Holla at a Don, get curved. I'm a G when I roll the herb, cause I can drive and it won't swerve. Where the music at? That's why I start talking out my ass, cause there ain't no music. It's too silent up in here. The hell? What in the hell? There we go. Y'all hear that? Shout out to homie for all these beats. What do you use to sketch or do the drawings on paper? I'm in Clip Studio right now, but I prefer to draw on paper if I'm like, it's more fun to me. But I'm slowly balancing out where I like to draw digitally just as much. But it's just not the same. It's not the same digitally. It's not the same experience. Alright, there's not gonna be another bench over here. But yeah, I have a I don't know. I have a sketchbook. I have a free sketchbook in the Discord. If you want to see, it's like my paper sketches. We're working on getting the Discord moderated and stuff. Is kind of getting wild in there. But there's a sketchbook channel with like a Google Drive link if you want to check out my sketches. I realize as an artist that the negatives don't matter. No matter what industry you're in, if you're good and stay true to your work, then the chances are the possibilities of finding your crowd will be damn near endless. Yeah. That's kind of that big hump. That's the big hurdle artists have to get over. It's like that hurdle of like, am I gonna do this regardless of like the industry or people or the money? Or am I gonna do something more rational and logical? Yeah, I like to scan my drawings and I did a tutorial for the Clip Studio contest about scanning your sketches and your line work in, and like you probably don't need it if you've already been doing it though. But that was the hardest thing for me for a long time, was like getting my paper drawings into the computer, and then like getting the line work and the like paper brightness to be right. I don't know why it took me years to figure that out. That was the main reason I didn't start doing digital much. What's up, Flo? How are you? Good to see you in here. Nothing much. I got my Clip Studio back. Just working on this background. Yeah, that's that hurdle of an artist, is like you just have to be content with the process of making what you're making, regardless of environment or results, or even like, yeah, you just have to trust the process. Cause like you could have all these expectations for the good results you want to have, but sometimes if those results don't appear, you could get, sometimes there's even better results around the corner that you didn't even think would come from your work. But you can only find out if you keep working and keep making. So I always told myself, oh, the comic industry's dead, it's dead, blah blah blah. After my like first comic, but now I'm seeing it's not dead. People want comics still. Now that I'm putting my comics out there, I didn't really expect anything from posting on YouTube, or because I've been posting online for a long time, and I've never really got much of engagement or nothing. But that might be because I wasn't making comics. I'm good, Flo. I'm alright. I really don't want to, but I think I have to move this entire building up. Because in the next scene, there's going to be guys coming out of this building. But if you can't see what the doorway and the bottom part of the building looks like, you're not really going to be able to tell that they came out of that building. So we're gonna, excuse me. it up like, I don't want it to be right at the knee though. You can put it right here. I gotta get all the windows. When the I usually, when I used to scan it, a lot of times I would do the inks and then erase the pencils and scan it. And yeah, I just didn't know about like adjusting the contrast and adjusting the levels to get the whites, the whites white and the blacks black. So my drawings would always be like, my scans wouldn't be good. I figured it out now, but it took me a while. I think that's not high enough. I think this is better. This will be a lot better. Yeah, because whenever I tried to scan a pencil drawing, since I didn't know how to adjust the levels, it would just look bad digitally. So I would always ink it. That might be a problem. Shit. I think I can use the blender on that. Because what I've been doing was using pencil to scan in my work, and yeah, I think using a pen, like scanning it after you do the inks, has always been easier. Especially if you're more comfortable inking on paper, it'll be easier to ink on paper than ink digitally. I don't know. I feel like I don't think I'll ever be able to get that same level of polish on a digital page, like that same finesse that I can get with on a traditional page when it goes well. But then you have those little blemishes that happen on traditional that like you can kind of get rid of. I gotta figure out, because now there's all these, see, this is why you should use layer masks instead of just erasing, because if you have to move stuff, then you can't fill these parts back in. You might just have to redo the gradient. So you want to be a graphic designer, Cozy? Yeah, I just got the Huion 13 Pro, Cozy. I got this on Facebook Marketplace for like $150, and it's been working well. I think I'm almost ready to get a bigger size tablet, but it definitely works good to start. But the iPad Pro is also really good. But if you're not a Mac guy, I would rock with Huion, because they're cheaper than Wacom, and they're decent quality. And you could find a lot of used ones for pretty cheap. They got the 16 Pro, the 13 Pro. And they just came out with like a new line if you want to get a new one. They got like, I don't know. I'm not sponsored by them or nothing, but it's not like there's that many options with the graphics tablets. Damn, I don't know what to do. Now my background's all jacked up because I had to move it. Let me just get the line work back. Damn. Yeah, same here, Cozy. I had the new joint, the generation right before the last one, and I took it to the pawn shop. Don't tell nobody. But then I got another one last year, like a used one, and it didn't really work. Like it would glitch out all the time, so I sent it back. But the iPad Pro was my first digital thing. I had the first iPad Pro for a while until it kind of stopped working. I don't know. I'm feeling mad discouraged because all this line work is butt cheeks now. And I was doing this whole building off stream yesterday. I need to stop bitching and just get it done. Alright, just get her done. Stop being a nut. Photoshop's cool. I just don't like. I stopped using Photoshop when they did the cloud. When they moved to the cloud. I used CS6 for a while, and then once Clip Studio got like more polished for illustrators, I really think Clip Studio is the most elite John. Krita's good too. I like Krita. But if you're probably gonna be on Illustrator a lot if you're trying to do logos and like branding stuff. Undo it and erase the bottom. I just gotta redraw it. Cause what happened was I had erased all the line work behind that was like where her body was. But if I would have used a layer mask, I could have just unerased it. But since it was like, if I undo that much, I'm gonna lose all the other drawing I've done since then, which I'm not really trying to do. It's like a pick your poison scenario. should do it, Jeffro. You ever use lineofaction.com cozily? That's how I learned to do figure drawing and poses. They like set you up with a timer and they have a database of like photos of people. And you can pick like if you want clothed pictures or nude pictures. And they start you off with like 30-second drawings, then they increase the time every couple of drawings until it's like you're doing a 30-minute drawing. It really helps. Yeah, that was the best site for me for drawing figures. You could set it to do like a 45-minute class and it'll just line up a bunch of poses and a timer for you. I did that, like try to do it every day for a little while. It'll really up your skill. And they have animals on there too. It's not just people. Like you could do sea life or like felines or dogs or equestrian animals. What is it called? Equines. Hold up, I'll put it in the chat. I did do life drawing in college before that, which helped a lot. But the website's kind of trying to just like mimic the structure of a real life drawing class, because that's how you do it in a regular life drawing class. They'll like change their pose quick at first, and then at the end of the class you get those longer poses where you can spend time. See, I'm paying the consequences right now for not doing a good foundation sketch and getting like my composition right. So now I gotta re-ink everything and it's looking weird. It's not looking smooth like it was before. Yes, sir. Flo ain't lying. I think maybe we're good. I got the other ones. Ooh, that was perfectly lined up. Dang. All right, Cozy, I'll check it out when I get off stream. Give me 1 second. I gotta get some water. All right, I'm back. This is the type of stuff that annoys me about digital. Is like it tricks you into thinking you can do things faster, but then when things don't line up, when the layers ain't right, it can cause you to have to do way more work. If I was doing this on paper, I would have just done a good sketch first instead of trying to just throw some stuff in there and call it a drawing. I find when I work digitally, I just when I'm doing pencils, I just do all the characters, and then when it comes to backgrounds, I just kind of just fudge them, because in my head I'm like, I can always fix everything later in terms of backgrounds. Yeah, I gotta just delete this layer. I got you, Cozy. I'll check it out. Might as well take the chance to even some of these out. Cause like this one is skinnier than the rest of them. Control Shift T. Rangalea, Rangalea. I gotta throw a treats meal in the microwave. Forgot I didn't eat anything today. Come on, motherfucker. There we go. I gotta adjust my mouse sensitivity a little bit. Just a little tad bit. It's almost just right. Just a little too sensitive. It's got that gamer mouse sensitivity. What's up, Cameron? So you ever watch that the podcast that Cameron has, the sports podcast, the rapper Cameron has? I was just watching that last night. It was pretty funny. I haven't really watched it before. I watched clips of it, but Cam is so funny. Mm. Oh snap! That's so symbolic. I didn't even peep, but the symbology I was using. She's she's look at this composition. Tell me what it looks like. She got the cuffs on. And look how these windows are of this building. I'm locked up, they won't let me free. I think it's called Talk to Me or something. I don't know. You know how, I don't know if you know, like, if you listen to rap or anything, but Cameron has no filter. So he'll say all the stuff the analysts like. The way he advertises it is it's like the barber shop. This is how, like, what people talking about in the barber shop. But this one image is like indicative of the whole plot. The whole plot, she's being pursued and she's running towards her freedom. And in this one image, you see her in this composition that's, you know, kind of looks like a cell. She's not in a cell by any means. She's in the wide open, but there's still these like bars. It's like jail bar symbology. I didn't do that on purpose, but it's kind of a thing. That's what's kind of cool about the like analysis videos that they got going around everywhere on YouTube. Everybody's analyzing the shit. Yeah, come and talk to me. Yeah. Everybody's analyzing the shit out of everything on YouTube now. And I feel like most people are just going way too deep into stuff. But that's kind of what's cool. Is like, I think a lot of the things that people are analyzing from these artists' artwork is like maybe things the artist didn't intentionally do, but it's like a subconscious thing. Cause I know when I like hear people talking about my work and telling me their interpretation of it, a lot of times they're like pointing out stuff that is very valid, but it wasn't my intention. I think we're good. Gotta give her that halo effect though. Make her glow. gotta get my shit out the microwave. Shit probably cold by now. Alright. Still not done. BRB. My cat is being so annoying. Alright, I wanted to eat this food. First, before I start drawing again. I don't know. That's the thing with digital. It doesn't feel like I've been drawing this whole stream. None of this stuff feels like drawing. It feels like I'm editing photos in Photoshop or something. Comic artists, they need an editor, but they need a health advisor too, especially mangaka, cause they be burning themselves out. When you get into your bag, working on your comic, you don't be eating, you don't be doing nothing. You don't go outside. They need like a personal trainer or somebody that like, takes care of them. Cause it's so sad seeing all these great mangaka burn out like that, or have to like. I rather than put chapters out a little bit slower than have to like work till they burn out and then they need to take a break for a year or two. Which happens all the time. I guess this is coming along. I'll try and pencil in the bottom of the building. Maybe I'll put like a sign on this part. Perspective looks fine. It looks fine so far. I was watching this video yesterday. It was talking about how Katsuhiro Otomo used 3D models for his to do his comic. And I don't know where they got that information from, but I know for a fact that's a lie. Because his comic Akira came out in like 84. They wasn't using 3D models like that in 84. Especially not for no comic. And I've watched videos of him talking about his workflow, and he was like an architectural draftsman in school before he started doing his comic. That's why his buildings and his backgrounds are so on point. Like if you want to see the most accurate background drawings, look at Akira or look at Domu, because his no matter where the camera moves, all of the buildings, all the trees, everything is still consistent. But he didn't use a 3D model. His brain was like his brain was a GPU that could process 3D models. But he used rulers and he did all of that on paper. He didn't use any. It looks like he might have used computer software, but he didn't. He just was that good at drawing buildings. Get your ass out of here. A damn cat is getting on my nerves. Alright, let's get back to it. I think I'm gonna pencil these. And then I think I might log out. How's this looking? This is like a dark smoke. This isn't. This isn't like fumes from a pipe. This is a like a dark like a dark burning smoke. Like smoke from a fire is way darker than like steam or like stuff that comes out of manhole covers and sewage stuff. Of which one? The what's in the bag? Excuse me. Alright, I gotta do the pencils. That's all off screen. Is that the one you're talking about? What's in the bag? I've got A Tale of Two Balance, What's in the Bag, and Zed Runner. Then I have a gag comic called Op v Op, which is like a play on Spy v Spy. Domu. Domu. It was the manga he made before Akira. It like the whole manga takes place in this one apartment complex that looks like project buildings. There's like a bunch of these giant apartment complexes that were all built next to each other, and it's kind of like a thriller, supernatural thriller story, but like it's one of those comics where the setting is kind of just as much of a character as all the characters are. You get to watch the characters like really explore the environment in depth, and you really get an understanding for these apartment complexes that they're living in. That was like his breakout story. But that shit irked me so much when the dude, because I was loving the video. It was like the video was called "Comics with the Best Art," with the prettiest art, and it was a great video. And then he said that, and it was like, how you gonna discredit my man's like that? That's like discrediting his whole skill level. Like they use computer CG they use CG in the movie, but not in the comic. Nobody was using CG in comics in manga in the 80s. That's crazy talk. Motherfuckers started using CG so they could keep up with Akira. That's how good he was at drawing buildings. They had to use CG because no one else could draw like that. Hiroya used CG in Gantz, and then in that John 01 where like all the panels were like 3D characters. Yeah, I'm gonna do a breakdown video eventually, like an analysis video where I break down some of the pages of Akira and Domu, because those are like, oh no, I learned the most about comics through Akira. There's just like a lot of simple things that he does that make his comic just like understandable. We can show you like really complex scenes and you don't ever get lost. Like his panel gutters. Other artists do this, but I haven't seen anybody talk about. Cause with manga you get those stacked panels. You get like panels that are on top of each other like that, and then you'll have like another panel and another panel. But what he did was, if you're reading this from left to right, you're gonna read this panel, you're gonna read this panel, and then this panel. So the gutters between every consecutive panel that you read, like this gutter, is gonna be skinnier than this gutter. You'd always make sure that the panels you read together have slimmer gutters than the next panel. It was just like a rule that he used. So, because a lot of people, the rule they use is that, okay, horizontal gutters are thicker than vertical gutters, but it's not that simple once you start having these stacked up panels and stuff. So the rule that he used was the panels that you read after each other always have thinner gutters than the ones you don't read. So even if you got 3 up top and a long one down low, these gutters are going to be thinner than this gutter. And it separates it. It keeps your eye from wandering to the next panel before you need to. But I'm going to save all that for the breakdown videos. And that's just the panels. That's not talking about like the backgrounds, composition, and all that. But there's so much stuff. That one and Dragon Ball Z. I feel like motherfuckers don't be learning what they can from Dragon Ball Z. They just learn to draw Dragon Ball Z characters, but like there's so much comics knowledge you can learn from Dragon Ball Z. The way he composes his fight scenes, the way he his fight scenes are like the basis for shonen fight scenes. And I haven't seen many people talk about that composition wise. We got our smoke. But yeah, I'll probably just clip that little breakdown I just did maybe and put it in a thing. Put it in a short. But there's not that many chapters that like break that stuff down. There's this channel panel by panel that really that does good analysis, but they do like a mostly American comics. Yeah, once I drop these comics, I'll have more time to. But I gotta see what the rest of these buildings look like in the other drawings. Gonna be a bigger tree right here. this one. So then it would be the horizontal windows. This is where the perspective grid could be helpful. I might have to make one. Yeah, I gotta make one. We're just gonna call this building the Colonial. street signs in here, traffic lights and stuff like that. There's like a flagpole, some traffic lights on it. Another one over here. Maybe a car or something back here. Still a car. I think we're good. Where's my navigator? What's up now, Sonny? Thanks for the subscription. We're working on Zed Runner. I've got 4 different comics I'm getting ready to release. I'm gonna release them in like a compilation, and I want to see which one does the best so I can start doing more chapters of it. The smoke's coming from the car. Yeah, they're all like 6 to 10 pages. They're not full one shots, but because I'm not trying to do all 60 pages before I know how the audience is gonna receive it. Cause I got a full-time job. This ain't really, this don't feed this, making this stuff doesn't feed me yet. So I do it all in my free time. And I have a lot of story ideas, so I thought it would be smarter for me to just diversify and see. One of them is a thriller, like a mystery thriller. This one is like a zombie. This one kind of just started as like a concept of making a comic that's just an infinite chase scene. So she's constantly running from these agents and from zombies that are chasing her while she's trying to figure out like how she has these powers. And then what's in the bag is like my shonen take, my take on a shonen story. I talk about them all in the Manga in the Hood Part 2 video. I don't know if you saw that one. But I said I was gonna drop them once we get to 1,000 subs. The Part 2 video didn't do as good as the Part 1, but that's okay. It gives me a little extra time to do the finishing touches and add some extra pages to some of these comics. Oh, excuse me. All right. I'm gonna hop off for a little bit. I gotta handle some business. Um. Oh, hold on, hold on. Let me do one thing. See ya, Sonny. Yeah, I'm gonna hop off as soon as I finish these bricks. But I'll be back on in like a couple hours. I just gotta take care of some chores and stuff. All right, everybody. I'm gonna sign out. I'll probably be back on either like 5 at the latest, working on more pages. All right, I'll see y'all. Stay up, stay creative, stay safe.